Hello, this is Claire. We are now at the end of our course, and this is my second video to talk about my philosophy of my media philosophy when it comes to teaching. I did one before, so feel free to check it out. But after taking this class, there is so much more to say. Um, so I'm going to start by saying, reading this quote from Nancy Duart. She say, uncover common structure. No, she say in her article, her TED video was called Uncovers Common Structure of Greatest Communicators. And the quote is, you have the power to change the world. And basically in that video, she talks about when you communicate effectively your idea through stories, you can use a schematic. She talks about the schematic, but she said that the way to communicate, to transmit our knowledge, is the way that we can make sure that our ideas are listened and that we stand up for something. And that's also the same, almost the same way we use for our teaching, or that I'm thinking about using for my future classroom as a future science teacher. I believe in a teaching hands-on, hands-down teaching philosophy, which will be, like I say in my previous video, go out on the field, in the forest, in the nature, visit aquariums, museum, communicate with other classroom around the world. So that's the type of teaching that I believe in. And there are so many great tools that I didn't even know about before I do this class that taught me about those. For example, for the tools that are student focus, we have we can use games like FunBrain, which is a website that allow students to review and also teach and learn more about their math skills and language art skills. There's also a tool like Dropbox. We always hear the excuse of, I have lost my paper, I have no idea where it is, or it got deleted or whatever. So Dropbox is a cloud saving files that you can have on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad. That really allows the student to be free and can go anywhere and always has his files saved and able to look them up or even print them. Uh, Other tools that are much more teachers focus, and they have, for example, teachers can use things like Poll Everywhere, which is an interactive website that allow teachers to create, let's say, have a discussion in class, and students can comment using their cell phone. That is something that is really fun too, and that one of my professors have used before too. Also Skype, when the class, for example, if the school is closed or class are canceled due to, like for example here in North Carolina, we sometimes have snow. So snow days, classes are usually canceled. Skype allowed the teachers to communicate with the students and to to assist them with any assignment or homeworks that they may have. So all of those tools are great. Also, I learned about TED and TestTeach, which are some great websites that help teachers to personalize some lessons using YouTube videos and some other things. They both have some great and not so great features. I personally prefer TED because is easier and it seems to be much more organized. But test teach is not to be it's not something that I would say it's not unworthy neither. I think it's worth it to mention that as well. So all of these tools and so much, so there are so many more, really help the students, but not only help them in their classroom, but also help them in connecting with other students around the world. There could be a project share with another classroom in another country, like let's say in Europe or Africa or Asia, and or these tools also help people, like let's say ESL students, students are learning English as their second language. Also, students that have learning disabilities, they have hearing impaired or sight impaired, all of those things. They really, really help the students to be much more independent and for the teachers to be able to personalize his or her lesson in function of each student. And I think that's really what makes it great, and that really what confirmed what I thought in my first video, which was that I believe that students tools are really here to make it easier for the students, but as well for the teachers. It is important to recognize that the technology innovations has made it easier for students to connect around the world, and also learning impaired students. Dan Pink said that the fact that incentives, he argues the fact that incentives are helpful for students. He says employees are actually motivated by autonomy, the urge to direct our own lives. And Ken Robinson, in his article that says school skill creativity, say how to let our students fail without considering themselves failures. Challenge is part of making the learning experience excitable. So I think tools are also add to those challenges, not only for the students but also for the teachers. They are part of what will make especially with our century innovation, they are part of what will make students much more excited to come to school every day and be willing to discover the passion that they all have in their, most of us have somewhere or another, whether it's in science or the arts or music. We all have discover some kind of passion while we are in school, while we are at school. And tools are with the innovations and the internet are really what will help the education system, the teachers, and also the parents to keep up with the students and to make sure that they are learning the contents but also using the tools that they have access to and that they learn to use from an early age. So thank you again for watching my video, and I hope I thank my professor Dr. Brown for this classroom, and thank you and bye.